Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to some more Ironman. This is episode 3, and last episode we managed to finish full graceful. We can now wield and use a rune pickaxe, and we are set up for success right now. I'm feeling good. But unfortunately, Ironman has some things that need to be done, and in early game, you guys know, you're well aware there is a mini game that a lot of Ironman go to get some early resources, and today that's what I'm going to start off the video by doing. And that's right, we're going to Guardians of the Rift, everybody's favorite opening route. I currently have a pretty grim cash stack, I'm not too phased about that, but the plan for today will be to learn to make my own money without selling things to the shop. And what's that mean? Well, I'm so glad you asked. That means I need to make my own nature runes. And to do that, we're going to have to get our rune crafting up. So I'm going to do some of the prereq quests to make sure I can make natures, probably the one to unlock the pouches as well. And today's going to be interesting. Well, this is going to take multiple days for sure, but we're going to get stuck into rune crafting, starting off with the opening quests. And doing a Guardians of the Rift rush is not what I had on my bingo card today, but that's what we're going to do. So yeah, let's get started. I had no intention of putting any of this footage of doing the quest in, but I noticed that I don't have the ability to teleport to Ardi, the old Ardugni, if you will. And the reason being is that after I completed the Plague City quest, I didn't actually activate this scroll here, so the next time I click on this spell, I'll actually be able to use it. But I'm currently just teleporting between the different essence mines, and yeah, I figured it's probably a good idea to unlock the ability to teleport to Ardi, considering that there's an essence mine there. So, well, just a fun little thing. I didn't realize it didn't just unlock the spell. You actually have to do a little bit of reading. With all the quests out of the way and all the prerequisites, I've come to the Guardians of the Rift, and this place is sick, man. I'm getting like so many random levels. I think I was like level 11 crafting when I got here, and I'm about to hit 21. This is low-key going to be a decent training method. I'm still hunting a strength amulet, and I wonder if I can actually just get to whatever level is required here alone. Like, it might be possible. 50, might be pushing it. We'll see what happens. But the main event, of course, is that when this ticks over, we'll be hitting 44 rune crafting. This has felt like nothing. This is absolutely quick and kind of surprising. I've just been crafting elemental runes only. So this is the point where I can start actually getting catalytic points and actually redeeming rewards, which will also be kind of nice. Kind of just running around like a chicken without a head right now. You'll have to forgive it. But I'm going to keep continuing the Guardian or the Rifting. And I'm thinking I could maybe go to about 65 before it starts to become a waste of time. At 65, I'll be able to do death runes. And if I do not do the quest required to craft them in the first place, I'll probably be leaving a lot on the table. So 65 and 77 rune crafting are kind of going to be hard limits. And as much as I want to stay here forever and ever, because this place is sick, I probably can't do that. But I'll do as much as I can. Stock up on natures. It's pretty much the only catalytics I'll end up getting, because in the future, I'll probably bias catalytic points a lot. And I'm not in a rush to get any upgrades or anything. I'm just chilling, man. I'm having fun. This is good. Watching some shows. And it's a bit of a vibe, but let it continue. I think we shall enter this nature rune altar one more time here. So a lot has changed since the previous clip. We've got some pouches under our wing, and 65 rune crafting has been achieved. This is the point where I'm probably going to leave Guardians of the Rift. I'm not sick of the place, I'm actually enjoying this. I would like to stay, in all honesty, but I cannot enter the cosmic portal, I cannot enter the death portal, I cannot enter the law portal. So I'm kind of, I've reached the threshold. Now that I can't make death runes, we're going to have to pivot a little bit, and I think part of that is obviously going to be some questing, but before I want to do any high-level quests, I'm going to need to train a little bit. Now that that game is complete, I can go into a bit more detail. It's a bit weird being stuck somewhere. I just want to leave. Now that Guardians of the Rift has been attended to for quite some time, we've got 35 pulls. I've been intermittently checking out these pools to get the pearls back. I need to repair my pouches somehow. And unfortunately, the only way for me to do it efficiently right now is to do it by a pearl. So if I ever degraded my pouches, I'd come here, do as many pulls necessary to get pearls. If this was a live example of me trying to do that, I'd be frustrated at this point because, like, where's my pearls, bro? But one thing I would like to pull from this chest is the Death Talisman. The Death Talisman is a requirement for Morning's End Part 2, not to mention a bunch of other things that I don't quite remember, to be honest with you, but one thing I would like to do is raise my combat level in general. My stats are quite weak, and any monster or quest like that requires a decent amount of DPS, I'm going to struggle with. So today I want to gear up a little bit. I want to get some items that are going to be important to increasing DPS, and with an increase in DPS, I can increase my training speed. So the primary objective right now will be the Strength Amulet. And as I was 11 crafting when I came here, seeing 41 in the stats tab is very nice. However, it is not nice enough. If I were to stay here, and quite honestly I could, if not for the death runes not being able to be crafted, I would stay here until 50, but I'm only 41. So I have a backup plan that I'm going to implement, and hopefully that doesn't take too long. I'm pretty confident I can get things quite quickly, but just a little overview. I didn't mention in the prior video that I was also secretly very what the fuck? Team med? I mean, I'll take that. That's like I can't even wear that actually. What the hell? That's sick. I'm actually so happy with that. That's so random. I guess new goal, wear helmet. Oh, that's completely thrown me off. Anyway, before I leave this area, let's do a check on the nature runes, shall we? We've got over 5,000 nature runes, which is beautiful. We've got 3,500 maple longbows and 2.1k willows. I don't know if elking willows will be good, but to be honest, I might just do that while I'm just like walking around. There should be a good injection of cash into the bank. 11,000, not the greatest, but yeah, my current goal will be to obtain a strength amulet, and I also would like to get some climbing boots if possible. So today is going to be a bit of a training session, but first we need to unlock some DPS increases to make said training session viable. So let's get started, and man, I still can't believe I got that Dragon Med Helm. Oh yeah, I pulled a green dye, dude. I didn't have my recorder on at the time, but yeah, I pulled this within like my first ever 10 pulls, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, if I'm going to make some robes nice and pretty, or I'm going to trade them in for pearls. Probably trade them in for pearls, but I guess we'll find out when the time comes. To my surprise, my plan doesn't require any additional quests to complete. What I'm going to be doing is killing mutated bloodvelds in this little dungeon area. And I believe they are over here. And from the looks of things, I think this is going to be a fairly easy trek. I wish I didn't burn all my run energy getting here. I kind of thought I'd have to do a quest to get stuck into this, but if I'd just run past these moss giants, I didn't bring any food. I'm kind of regretting that, and I don't have protection prayers. So if we hit the gas and we walk past, run past these giants, look at that. We're an absolute tank. We are already at the bloodvelds, and I'm just going to run the hell away from these guys. To my knowledge, the bloodvelds and the jellies are both passive, so I'm pretty much safe now. So I'm going to be chilling here. We're going to be killing some mutated bloodvelds, hopefully not dying. I think before I start actually killing them, I'll get my run back just in case I screw the lure up. But yeah, the drop rate, I believe, is a 1 in 64 for an unenchanted ruby amulet. So that is the goal right now, and once we get that drop, we can just enchant it rather, and make the strength ammy. Alright, minor problem in the plan here. Apparently bloodvelds have a slayer level requirement. I have never gone to kill a bloodveld and seen that message in my life. Maybe that slayer level is just so low that I've... 50? That is not low at all. Okay. Right. I think I need to go back to the drawing board. This was my backup plan, so I need a backup to my backup plan. Alright. I need to start thinking. I haven't yet solved my strength ammy problem, but that is for future me to figure out. The problem I'm aiming to solve right now is the climbing boot situation. And to do that, we are going to need some raw trout. specifically for the purposes of cooking it. So we don't realistically need the raw trout, but we do need the trout. So for climbing boots, obviously we need 10 of those. My cooking level, I don't trust it, and Rufus is the only NPC in the game that apparently has stock of this item, so I'm at least fortunate that there is at least one person in this whole damn world that sells trout. But yeah, I'll have to cook these up and then head off to Berthorpe to get this quest done. It should be pretty easy. It's just kind of, I've had to jumble around my ideas. I have to do this plan while I think of how to solve the other one. I think 20 trout should do. I'm hoping there is a cooking station somewhere. If not, I guess I can just make a fire, because the walk to Canifis is pretty brutal actually. I've got no real efficient way of getting here. I kind of just teleport to Varrock and walk my way. It's good for high elking and whatnot, but not very conducive to thinking of how to devise a plan. Alright, so there is a little over 10 trout cooked. This place is pretty much the opposite to old mate Garant's place. They don't let you light fires anywhere. Be nice if you could do it in the bank. Be nice if you could do it at the bottom area near the bank, but no, you have to go almost into the center of the village to light a fire. Alright, so the backup plan to my backup plan is just going to be my original plan. Bit of a head spin, but yeah, I think I'm just going to end up needing to get 50 crafting to make this strength amulet, but there is Death Plateau quest done. It's allowed me to get my thinking right. I also need to get some climbing boots. I don't know what happened. I think I made them into spike boots and I forgot to grab an extra pair, so I'm going to do that now. And the training method I'm going to implement, it might just have to be buying things from the charter shops. It's honestly something I've either done very limited amount of or haven't done. I despise that method, but I do need to get to 50, so let's get these boots. And then I want to do Elemental Workshop parts 1 and 2, just to minimize the overall amount of time that I'm buying things from charter ships. 50 shouldn't be too bad, starting at 41, and when we do both of these two quests, we'll be even closer, so it should be relatively painless, but we're gonna get that strength amulet, no matter what. Oh, what the hell, I can't elk anymore. God damn it. There is Elemental 1 and 2 done. I'm very glad I did these actually. I was being lazy and I'm like, I don't want to do quests, but I think minute per minute, that'll be the highest crafting XP per hour I'll be getting up until 50, so 2 nice quests to get out of the way. Fortunately, a lot of the stock is fully capped out. I've noticed a few worlds isn't the case, but it's not too bad buying these buckets of sand and soda ash, but I just remembered something. I haven't really discussed my mining a whole lot. I know I mentioned I got the rune pickaxe, or the ability to use it, but I've also been mining way more than that. We're almost level 60 mining purely off stars, and it's got me thinking, how much Stardust do I have? I have over 5,000 untapped Stardust right now. I might be able to get this crafting level purely off the, passive crafting experience I've been getting from mining stars. I really hope that's the case, because buying those things from the charter ships is, as I said, I'm not really a huge fan of it. If I can buy gem bags from this and have enough to get this 50 smashed out, that would actually be very, very nice. I don't know if there's a easy to obtain crafting boost, so 50 would be the ultimate goal, I suppose. I don't know how close this is going to get me, but I'd like to do it first, just to make sure that, I'm squeezing out all the experience I have banked. Wasn't there a dwarf here at some point? Do I have to talk to this man? Okay, so after a little bit of dialogue, he talks to me and gives me the option to trade things. So if we... that'd be a bit scary, accidentally... you know what, that's just full send. Buy 50. How much is that going to get me? Let's open all these bags up. We are gonna get... I totally forgot about this Stardust, not gonna lie. It's just nice, it's just nice passive mining XP, but 5 Dragonstones from the get-go. This will be interesting. I'm gonna cut all these up, and I'm gonna see where I end up in the crafting department. Despite not being able to use the Dragonstones, that was still quite a lot of experience. We got to 49. If I have a boost via a Poison Chalice or a Mushroom Pie, I can boost that up, but I can't be bothered with that. I'm just gonna go do my original backup plan to the backup that didn't originally work. going to get my crafting to 50 via the soda ash into molten glass. I think I can make bullseye lenses now at 49, so I don't need to make too many of those, I believe, until I get 50, but I may have to go back to the charter ships just for a little bit, unless I can think of something else nice and quirky to get more. I could probably get perhaps 300 Stardust. I've got like 250 or something like that, and I could buy another gem bag pack. Might actually do that. Stuff going to the charter ships, bro. I don't know how anybody can do that for a long period of time. Of course, if I'm given the option between charter ships and Stardust, are you serious? Is it ever a question that I'm gonna pick anything apart from stars? I think stars honestly are like my favorite content in the game right now. Like, I remember when they came out, I was just like hooked on the game, playing way too much. Like, I don't know, there's just something about them. They're just very, very, I don't know, relaxing, and obviously you can do a lot while you do it. So you don't have to actually like pay full attention to the game. If you are paying full attention to RuneScape while mining stars, you're probably doing it a little wrong. But I did craft up some of the molten glass into experience, and now I'm 3,000 away from 50 crafting. So I'm going to cut these up, get my 50, and we'll go from there. This has been a long time coming. I'm very keen on this strength amulet. You have no idea. I had some gold bars left over from one of the quest rewards. I can't recall. I think it's one of the quests to do with like the gnomes. I believe I get like 2 gold bars as a reward. I was kind of worried. Actually, it could be waterfall quest. It might be waterfall quest. But I'm going to use one of the aforementioned gold bars to make this happen right here, right now. I don't currently have the smithing level to smelt a gold bar, I don't think. But I don't care about any of that because the strength amulet has been unlocked. This amulet is, I don't know, probably one of my favorite items in the game, and I'm glad to have it. But now we're going to enter demon mode. You are not prepared for what is about to happen on the beaches of Land's End. If you see this coming at you, you better quiver, because it's not going to end well for you, buddy. So yeah, I'm going to get revenge on sand crabs right now. And this is going to be an absolute mess. We're starting off with 45 attack, 49 strength, 42 defense. I'll probably bias the attack and strength experience, but, you know, these sand crabs, they better be quaking, because I'm coming in hot. Alright, nice little transition we got here. You can see, you would probably have to just do it before and after, to be honest. There's too many things that are different. There's like 40 total levels, and I can't remember exactly everything that got changed just then, but it's mostly combat stats. A lot of sand crabs have paid the price of their previous brethren, causing me major harm. But I kept getting the nagging feeling that I needed to do Monkey Madness while I'm doing this. Like, I just need this Dragon Skimmy pipeline to be clear in my head, and I want to avoid overtraining, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to end up getting more EXP at the crabs than is necessary. In other words, like, if I complete Monkey Madness, I should be able to get a bunch of experience that can speed things up, and I want to get that quest experience while I'm still using a Rune Skimmy. I just want to get to the Dragon Skimmy with as little Rune Skimmy usage as is possible. But anyway, to do Monkey Madness, I figured I need to get my prayer level up. And my goal was to go to the green dragons in the wildy and make that happen. But after realizing that the green dragons just were terrible, with magic at the very least, I decided to go to the blue. And I was a bit perplexed as to why this was better, but green dragons were like twice as slow to kill as blue. I thought, green dragons, they're like weaker than blue dragons. They should die faster. It's in the wilderness, so it should be like more rewarding, but it really wasn't, to be honest, and I'm kind of glad the blues weren't too bad. The extra hike you need to take to get here was well worth it in the end. But we went to the Wildy altar, and honestly, this was just an absolute shit show. Like, I've done 3 inventories total, maybe only 2 actually. The first inventory, as you can see, just going ham with those bones, trying to make, an honest day's prayer experience met. I also realized that playing on this fixed mode is really hard for one-ticking the bones, but I saw a white dot on the map. I thought, I'm not going to play with this. I'm not going to play no games. So I world hopped. This is just in total off-peak hours, by the way. I switch worlds. I get back on the grind, and within, I don't know, 10 seconds, we get 35 prayer, which is nice, but another white dot appears. This time, it's not running at me, it's right next to me, and I start taking damage immediately. So when this happens, my goal is to just spam click the bones on the altar, like panic prayer as fast as I possibly can. I also forgot to turn auto retaliate off, so I end up just kicking this guy in the nuts a couple of times. But the main thing is that we didn't lose any bones. We got all the experience that I wanted to get, and I think that is my first actual death on this account that is unintended. But I felt like I wanted to alternate with blue dragons and altar usage. I wanted to do one, grab all the bones at the blue dragons and then use them all at the altar instead of piling up 70 or 100 bones and then just going back to back to back. I'm glad I did, because I still haven't done the last inventory I need to do, but this was the second one I had. I instantly got attacked, but I noticed the DPS of the person attacking me wasn't so bad. I quick prayed to have my mage protect on, which is fortunate, because if you see in a second when I use as many bones as I possibly could, this is a high risk world. I thought maybe that'll be less popular, so I was really hoping to use all these bones. I turn around and this guy's level 31 combat. And I just thought, like, I'm glad out of all the people it's you doing this, but like, figure it out, man. We didn't lose anything there. We got all the bones complete, but still, dude, that was rude. So that leads us to the morning after, the night before. It wasn't a strong showing from me, dying to a level 31. Like, to be fair, my priority is not trying to defend myself. It's trying to get the prayer experience squeezed out. But that leads me to now. I still need to go back. We're 42 prayer. Very close to 43, but I will need to go to the Chaos Altar one last time. I'm going to ask that you guys protect me. Also, just hit 800 total, thought I might note that. Just getting a little bit of sand crab experience. I can just wash away the shame of dying to that guy with the blood of a sand crab. But yeah, we've got approximately a bank pen. We have approximately an inventory's worth of dragon bones to take with us. And I'm just gonna send it from the Ferox Enclave. We're gonna walk all the way there manually. It's never really a fun journey, but it has to be made. 43 prayer needs to happen. So I'm trying to think of some theoretical beast mode looking Chad setup that if somebody sees me in the wilderness, maybe they get a little scared of my existence. But with 3 items as the restriction, I'm not really thinking of much. And if I do die, I don't want to lose any of these bones, because it is such a pain in the ass to actually acquire them in the first place. If there's any other bones I have, perhaps it would be worth taking, but I'm not going to bother with any of that. I'm just going to send it to the Wildy Altar. If anything bad happens, I'll let you know. But yeah, I really need this. I need a win, basically. It's fat L's all across the board. If this last inventory can be clean, I'd be very, very grateful. Really? These people look friendly. At least if shit does go down, there's 3 of us here, so I'm not necessarily going to be targeted. Oh my god, somebody's here. Everyone else has left. Is that me getting attacked? I hate this guy. I hate this place. Die, bro. Oh my god. Alright, Elf Mage with the magic bow special attack. GC, you fucker. Just die. I hate this place, man. I never want to come back here ever again. He's level 36. What are these fruitcakes? Whatever, man. I got my prayer level. Got an extra one on top of it. I'm done there. So the reason why we've been training prayer in the first place is that Monkey Madness has a whole slew of different monsters that if I don't have protection prayers for, the quest gets a lot harder. So having these is going to make the quest a lot more streamlined. But I'm noticing the biggest barrier to entry, seeing as though I already used my second gold bar on an amulet of magic, is that reobtaining a gold bar requires me to get 40 smithing. And I'm thinking, how can I do this? Like, maybe I can do the Sleeping Giants quest. I can get a bit from that, but that won't quite get me to where I need to be. Then I remembered, as I was mining a star, I'm saying that like it happened yesterday, but this is live. I remembered back in the day, people used to train their smithing by belting these things. So I'm hopefully going to get to 40 smithing this way, at least within 6,000 experience of 40. Yeah, if I can get closer to that goal just by hammering these struts, that'll be nice. But it seems like somebody's already doing it. But yeah, I honestly can't think of too many effective ways to train smithing right now, so I'm hoping there's going to be a little bit of freedom in terms of like my ability to hammer these struts. So I'm going to world hop a little bit and see how this goes. I think I'll hop to one more world. I'm a little bit over. Okay. A little bit of a mixed bag there, but if you're curious what the XP rate is, I'm currently sitting at 13.8k an hour, approximately one or two of these water wheels on average. Time of day may make that vary. I think you get more as your smithing level goes up as well, so in the mid 30s it's not the greatest, but 13.8k, honestly, I will take that. The reason why I'm stopping now is that I am sitting at 31.5k, and if I get a injection of 6,000 experience via the Sleeping Giants quest, that will boost me all the way to 40. So I won't have to use the Dwarven Stout, which is something I was potentially planning on doing, but we can skip that straight up. I just need to get prepared. I need shears. Need to get prepared for the Sleeping Giants quest. We can bang that out, get 40 smithing, and then we can make some gold bars. Okie doke, this should be the very end of the quest. 6,000 smithing XP. Let's see if I did my math right. Please say 40 smithing. Okay, very nice. We can now do gold. I have two options here, and I want to make sure I can actually do one of them. Otherwise, we might only have one option. Okay, one option it is. I'm going to be manually mining this ore from the Falador Dwarven Mine, I think. I was thinking I was going to go to Caldegrim and just buy the ores from a shop, but I don't really need that much gold, so I don't mind mining it myself. So I'm going to head off now, grab some gold ore, and get this monkey madness started. Not going to lie, I struggled with this version of Monkey Madness, aka I haven't done this in a hot minute. Monkey Madness at a low account level. I got like belted back into that prison at least 5 or 6 times. I got the dialogue saying that like they've seen me half a dozen times, which was embarrassing. But luckily everything else went well. The jungle demon fight can be a bit weird. I found it a bit hard to one-tick prey flick this demon without any like visual metronome or any visual ticks, so took a little bit of damage, but that's right. We moved a bit closer to the demon, and it's just, I don't know, I found it easier to track what was going on if I'm closer to it. When it's like a projectile, I find the timing to be a bit weird, so I got a little bit closer just to make sure that there was no funk. Anyway, I actually died, unfortunately, but the one good thing is that death, for once, was a sweet release here. It was fine. I just went back to the coffer, got all my things back from death, including the sigil, and that allowed me to teleport straight back. So we'll speed up the second time here. This time I turned on the visual metronome and managed to one-tick prey flick properly. I noticed my prayer was dropping a bit too much, so I just set up my quick prayers, so I didn't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, this time we managed to take out the demon. I'm aware you can stand out on the outskirts and whatnot, but I wanted to just DPS it as fast as possible. Turns out my DPS is just horrid regardless. I couldn't even get the last hit like 3 times in a row, and with that entity hider option off to hide dead enemies, I got baited like 3 or 4 times there, but whatever, dude. The demon is dead. The deed is done. We got the kill, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. I'm glad retrieving my items was a breeze just now. That would have made things excruciating. I'm beginning to understand a little bit about how Death's Coffer works, and in that niche scenario where I have a direct teleport to teleport back to where I died, that was very handy. God damn it. I need to drop some things, otherwise I can't complete the quest. But there it is, Monkey Madness #1 complete. What I'm really interested in is seeing how much experience I can get out of all this quest rewards. So we're going to go to Darrow and see what happens there. What have you got for me, good sir? Training program, yes please. We're going to hit the space bar, but we're going to make sure not to brain dead click anything. We need attack and defense. That is perfect. We're going to go from 52 and 50. What are we going to do? Several hours later. This is like watching a video myself. You know, you guys get to see edited footage of, you know, I've sat at sand crabs for several hours and then something changes. This is my little, oh my god, that is so nice. This is my little mini version of that. I also need to turn off the visual text thing. But yeah, that's a lot of levels all across the board. Yummy, yummy. And a nice combat level to boot. So, from here on, I think what we're going to need to do is buy ourselves a dragon skimmy and then hit the beaches once again in order to be able to use it. If you were curious what this tick thing above my head is, it was something that enabled me to one tick prey flick the monster just now. It is called, what is it? Visual metronome in RuneLab, but we'll turn that off for now. Daga, I need to make a purchase, my friend. The dragon skimmy, get in here, you iconic bastard. Now, I can't wear it just yet, but of course we're going to hit the requirement before we log off for the day. So off to the beach as we go. It is so hard to sit here hitting crabs with this in my inventory and just knowing I can't wield it. The pain is immeasurable, but that pain is about to be over. If you thought like I was looking like a snack beforehand, we're about to get an overdose. This dragon skimmy is going to be a great little upgrade. My DPS is sitting at a nice 2.59 right now. It's curious what's it going to be. That's 60 attack, 72 combat. And what are we? Bit over 3 DPS now. Look at that. So that just cannot be messed with. That is a great upgrade, but this is probably where I have to end for now. But next episode, we're going to look even juicier by the end of that one. So I look forward to your company there.